If you have ever been afraid of making a Swiss roll because you think it might crack, this is your sign to try. It's not as scary as it seems. With the right technique, you will get a sponge that's soft like a cloud, flexible, and rolls up beautifully. Paired with lightly sweetened whipped cream, this is one of those simple bakes that never disappoints. No fancy flavors, no complicated steps, just pure comfort in every bite. Alright, let's bake. These are the ingredients you will need, and you can also find the full recipe linked in the description box below. Let's start by lining the pan. I'm using a 9 by 13 inch baking pan and lining it with a reusable non-stick baking sheet. This ensures the cake releases easily when we peel it off and the surface stays clean and smooth. Next, preheat the oven to 150 degrees Celsius. And now for the most important part, separate the eggs. Place the egg whites in a large mixing bowl and the yolks in a smaller one. Then pop the whites into the fridge to chill. Cold egg whites whip up more stable and give us better structure for our Swiss roll. Also, place another mixing bowl in the fridge. We will use it later for whipping the cream. Add the oil and milk into a medium mixing bowl. Mix them together until fully emulsified. You should see no oil floating on top. This ensures the fat is evenly distributed, giving you a soft, tender sponge that stays flexible and rolls without cracking. Add the vanilla extract. A good quality vanilla really makes a difference and brings out the best flavor in your sponge. Next, sift in the dry ingredients, the flour and salt. Sifting removes any lumps and helps distribute everything evenly. Gently mix with the whisk until the batter is smooth and well combined. Finally, add the egg yolks and gently mix until the batter is uniform and cohesive. Now move on to the egg whites. Add the lemon juice and all the sugar to the chilled egg whites. Since it's a small amount, no need to add it in stages. Turn on the mixer to high speed. For your reference, mine is at 5 out of 7 speeds. Whip until you see significant trail marks on the surface. Then reduce the mixer to low speed. Mine is at 2 now, and continue whipping for another 10 to 15 seconds. This helps reduce the large air bubbles inside so we can achieve a smooth and stable meringue with fine, even bubbles. What we are looking for is a medium peak. That means when you lift the whisk, the peak should curl back on itself instead of standing up straight and stiff. And that's exactly what we want, a perfect medium peak. Now scoop 1/3 of the meringue into the cake batter. Use a whisk to mix it in completely. This step lightens the batter and makes it easier to combine with the rest of the meringue. Then pour the mixture back into the remaining meringue and continue mixing gently with your whisk until fully incorporated. Finally, use a spatula to scrape along the bottom and sides of the bowl, then give it one last gentle mix to ensure everything is evenly combined. You will know the batter is ready when it turns pale and looks cohesive. It should fall slowly and smoothly off your spatula without being too runny or too stiff. Pour the batter into the lined baking pan. As you can see, the batter is thick but still flows slowly, holding its shape for moments before settling. That's exactly the consistency we are looking for. Gently shake the pan to allow the batter to level out on its own, especially into the 4 corners. Then use a cake scraper to smooth the surface and help level it evenly. Lift the pan a few inches and tap it firmly against the work surface to release any trapped air bubbles. Bake in the preheated oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Then increase the oven temperature to 180 degrees Celsius and bake for another 3 minutes to dry out the surface. This step helps prevent the skin from peeling off when we roll the cake. I have tested baking at 165 and 170 degrees, but the surface wasn't dry enough. Although 180 degrees may sound quite high, remember this step is just to dry out the surface. The goal is to dry it, not to burn it, so keep a close eye on it. Once the cake is done, transfer it to a wire rack and gently peel off the baking paper around the sides. Take a look at the cake. It hasn't shrunk, which is a good sign that the sponge is light and stable. When it's cool to the touch, but not completely cold, lay a sheet of parchment paper on top and carefully flip it over. Then gently peel off the baked baking sheet. The cake is so light, flexible, and just the right height. It's ready to roll. Place something heavy at the end of the parchment paper to secure it. Position a rolling pin underneath the parchment, then gently roll the cake forward with the help of the rolling pin until you reach the end. Next, use a cake scraper to tuck the top parchment paper while pulling the paper underneath the cake. This helps shape the cake into a neat log. To keep it moist, wrap the cake in a kitchen towel and leave it on the countertop to cool completely. While the cake is cooling, let's whip the cream. Mix the icing sugar with a pinch of salt to balance the sweetness. Take the chilled mixing bowl out of the fridge and pour in the cold double cream along with the clear vanilla extract to keep the cream as white as possible, but regular vanilla works fine too. Then add the icing sugar mixture. Whip everything on high speed until steep peaks form. This means when you lift the whisk, the cream stands up straight and holds its shape without dripping. The cake is cool enough to feel. If the cake is still warm, the cream will melt. On the other hand, if you wait too long, the cake can dry out and become more likely to crack. Let's have a look. The skin stays on. How beautiful is that? It's so soft and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Carefully unroll the cake. Add a generous amount of whipped cream along the center first. This helps prevent a hollow Swiss roll. Then spread the rest evenly over the cake. Once you are happy with the filling, gently roll it back into a log. Tucking the top in while pulling the bottom sheet to help shape the cake. Finally, chill it for about 30 minutes to set. Trim off both ends and place it on a serving plate. Now your cake is ready to be served. It's simple and elegant, the kind of bake that never goes out of style. The sponge is delicate, soft, and airy. It's flexible yet tender, rolling beautifully without cracking. With its cloud-like texture, every bite melts in your mouth, the light sponge and whipped cream blending beautifully. I'm excited for you to try this recipe. Click the link in the description box below to get the full recipe along with my tips to make a perfect Swiss roll. If you have got any questions, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you and I will answer them as soon as I see them. If you enjoyed this video or know someone who might like it too, don't forget to like and share it with them, and subscribe to my channel so we never miss a chance to bake together and you will be the first one to see my new recipes when they are uploaded. If you love this cake, I'm sure you will love this one too. Click the screen to watch it now. See you there. Bye for now.